This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
Kia ora, good evening. A revenge strike is already under discussion after the deaths of 3 New Zealand soldiers in Afghanistan. And our elite SAS troops will play a role.
The casualties include our first female soldier to die in the line of duty since the Vietnam War. Those killed are Corporal Luke Tamatea, aged 31, 26-year-old Lance Corporal Jacinta Baker and 21-year-old Private Richard Harris. They were travelling in a convoy when a roadside bomb hit their vehicle near Doabi in the Bamiyan province. We have extensive coverage tonight, and we begin with political reporter Michael Parkin, who has spent time with our troops in Afghanistan. Michael.
Peter, the government and the Defence Force say they're now working as fast as they possibly can to get New Zealand troops out of Afghanistan, and the Prime Minister has said this afternoon that is highly likely to be April 2013, just given the sheer logistics and getting that many people and that much equipment out of the country. That is, of course, in line with our international commitments, but right now we have 3 fallen soldiers making an early return home.
It was a trip to move an ill colleague to the doctor at the Ramiro base that saw the 4 Kiwi Humvees take to the road. But just outside the town of Doabe, a roadside bomb detonated under the last vehicle in the convoy.
It was a massive explosion that instantly killed all 3 people on board.
They were driver Private Richard Harris, Corporal Luke Tamatea, seen here in 2005, and Lance Corporal Jacinta Baker, the first New Zealand woman to be killed on the front line.
We had a nurse killed in the Vietnam War, and there were females also killed in the Second World War.
The Defence Force believes Taliban affiliates are responsible, and the homemade explosive may have been built by the bomb maker who escaped the raid that resulted in the deaths of Lance Corporals Prali Dara and Rory Malone just a fortnight ago.
Casualties are possible any day in Afghanistan, and the group that we're operating against is very proficient, and we know that they have other IED devices and are aggressively trying to hunt us down.
New Zealand is one of few nations that still patrols in Humvees, despite having access to light armoured vehicles, which are better designed to cope with a bomb blast. But the Chief of Defence says the bigger vehicles would have offered no greater protection.
The size of this explosion would have destroyed an LAV.
A specialist Defence Force bomb team from New Zealand has already been sent to the area in the wake of the fatal firefight earlier this month, and a counter-attack is on the cards.
One of the actions we may need to take is a strike, but as we've talked about further, the ISAF Special Forces will be the ones who would undertake that. We might be contributing intelligence and some planning support for that.
For which the Prime Minister is offering up the SAS.
It might be that we provide again a bit more logistics or planning support from our SAS people, but not a combat capability as we did in Kabul in recent times.
But it's clear a more determined enemy is bringing the fight to Bamiyan.
So, Michael, when can we expect the soldiers' bodies to return home?
Well, the Australian Defence Force has offered to bring those bodies back to New Zealand and expected that they will return towards the end of the week. It'll be up to the families where and when a service might be held. The Defence Force says a specialist psychological team has also been sent up to that northeastern corner of Bamiyan to help out those troops who have now lost 5 of their mates in just 2 weeks.
Thank you. That's Michael Parkin reporting from Wellington.
This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.